Hey there, it's your YouTube creator, and today I'm going to unveil a brutal truth that might just change how you perceive love and relationships forever. What if I told you that every man who's ever been betrayed by a woman wasn't really betrayed by her? He was betrayed by something inside her, a hidden pattern, deeply wired within her mind that even she doesn't fully understand. Sigmund Freud, the legendary psychologist, spent years digging into this. And what he found, it was too disturbing, too unsettling for most people to accept. But it's time we face it, because once you see what's truly going on behind her eyes, you stop taking it personal and start thinking like a man who can't be broken. She said she wanted loyalty, but then she vanished. You meet a woman. She seems genuinely different. She looks you directly in the eyes and utters all the phrases you yearn to hear. I want honesty. I want loyalty. I'm not like the others. I want a man who truly respects me. She articulates these words with such an air of confidence, a calm, steady voice, and clear, unwavering eyes. You believe her because she radiates an authenticity you rarely encounter. She's intelligent. She listens intently to your every word. She opens up about her past, revealing vulnerabilities that deepen your connection. She makes you feel a profound sense of safety. A whisper echoes in your mind, perhaps, just perhaps, this time it truly is different. So, without hesitation, you give her everything. Your undivided attention, your unshakable loyalty, your entire heart. You cease communication with other women. You vulnerably open yourself to her, exposing the deepest recesses of your being, the side that most people never get to witness. She whispers to you that she's never felt this way before. She intertwines her fingers with yours, a grip that feels utterly meaningful, promising a future unspoken. She gazes at you as if you are the destined one, the final answer to all her questions. And just when you allow yourself to fully trust, to finally let your guard down, she subtly shifts. Suddenly, her replies take longer to arrive. Her messages become colder, her presence quieter. She might utter the flimsy excuse that she's just busy. Then, the texting stops altogether. She doesn't answer your calls. She pulls away without an evident reason, without any warning, without the faintest hint of closure. One day, she was a radiating warmth. The very next, she's a ghost. No lingering goodbye, no bitter fight, just an echoing silence. And you sit there, frozen, replaying every interaction, wondering, what did I do wrong? You meticulously replay every moment, every cryptic text, every soft word, every searching look, desperate to pinpoint your supposed mistake. But here's the unvarnished truth Freud would offer you. She didn't consciously choose to leave. Her unconscious made that decision. Her conscious mind thinks it knows what it desires: love, profound respect, unyielding stability. But her unconscious desires something else entirely. And the profound, inexplicable part of her that compelled her to pull away, it wasn't the articulate, reasoning self that conversed with you. It was the shadowy, hidden part that dwells in the dark, the part she doesn't even fully comprehend within herself. Freud dedicated decades to studying this hidden realm of the mind, the unconscious. He asserted that it silently dictates the vast majority of our actions, even the ones we attribute to free will. It is a profound reservoir, overflowing with old wounds, unaddressed childhood pain, primal, deep-seated fears, and raw, untamed animal instincts. And for women, this powerful unconscious mind is even more potent, its whispers more compelling. So while she verbally assures you she wants loyalty, her body might be unconsciously searching for a thrill, for danger. While she says she craves peace, her deeply ingrained past might secretly yearn for chaos. While she sincerely promises forever, her primal instincts might intensely whisper, "Run." And when that instinctual whisper becomes loud enough to drown out her conscious desires, she vanishes. And the perplexing truth is, even she doesn't know why. That's why you're left bewildered, consumed by confusion. Because she didn't deliberately lie to you. She first lied to herself, and her unconscious delivered the final, undeniable verdict. This isn't about placing blame upon her. It's about understanding the intricate, hidden game you're participating in. Because if you continue to believe that her words are always the ultimate truth, you will repeatedly surrender your heart to a voice that ultimately holds no sway over the hands that once seemed to embrace it. Freud's warning is disarmingly simple. Stop chasing what she says. Start observing what her instincts do. Because the truth, though brutal, is undeniable. She vanished not because of you. She vanished because of her. And tragically, even she doesn't know why. The illusion of free will unravels. Freud's most profound and dangerous idea wasn't centered on sex, as popularly misinterpreted. It was this singular, terrifying truth. Almost everything we do, every impulse, every attraction, originates from the unconscious. The immense, hidden part of the mind that we cannot directly perceive. It's a vast ocean of forgotten old memories, suppressed pain, and ancient primitive instincts. He theorized that 90% of what truly drives us forward in life, we don't even consciously realize is there, constantly influencing our choices. And in women, that figure, he claimed, was even higher. Why? Because, as he suggested, a man is often subtly trained by guilt. He self-punishes, he self-corrects when he feels he's done something wrong. But a woman, on the other hand, is predominantly trained by shame. She lives in a constant, subconscious fear of how she is perceived by others, of failing to meet external expectations. Therefore, her actions are not solely ruled by principles or conscious ethics. They are profoundly ruled by a powerful drive for social survival, by how she is perceived, by maintaining an external facade. That's not morality in its pure sense. It's a deep, ingrained instinct for belonging and acceptance. Her biology, a powerful, unseen force, doesn't ask for her conscious permission. You're sitting directly across from her at a dimly lit dinner. She's genuinely laughing at your jokes, her smile radiant and seemingly heartfelt, her fingers gently brushing your arm in fleeting, affectionate touches, her eyes fixated on you as if you are profoundly special, unlike any other. In that singular, luminous moment, it all feels incredibly real, incredibly potent. You feel an intimate closeness, a distinct sense of being chosen, truly desired. But then, an incomprehensible 3 days later, she's gone. No explanatory message, no final goodbye, no logical reason presented, just a chilling silence. You're left relentlessly questioning yourself, tirelessly dissecting every interaction. What? What went wrong? But here's the brutal, unadulterated truth. It was never about you. Something intrinsic inside her simply changed, and she doesn't even consciously realize it. Freud deeply believed this. And now, cutting-edge science empirically proves it. A woman's entire mood, her profound attraction, and her nuanced behavior are all intricately and profoundly connected to her core biology. Her hormones fluctuate dramatically throughout her monthly cycle, like an unseen symphony playing beneath her skin. During ovulation, that specific fertile window, she subconsciously becomes more overtly flirtatious, more radiantly confident, and more intensely attracted to potent, overtly masculine energy. She feels a profound, almost magnetic connection, a sense of deep openness. But then, during menstruation, a biochemical shift occurs. She may become unexpectedly irritated, emotionally distant, prone to emotional swings, or abruptly cold. She pulls back, withdraws, often without the faintest idea why. This shift is utterly natural. It's intricately built into her very body. But here's the crucial, often unspoken truth no one tells you. She doesn't consciously realize it's happening. She genuinely believes something fundamental has changed between you two. She might articulate, "I'm just not feeling it anymore. We don't click. I thought I wanted this, but I don't." But in stark reality, it wasn't her conscious mind that orchestrated that choice. It was her primordial biology. Her fluctuating hormones made her feel one way, with intense conviction one day, and something completely different and contradictory the very next. And you, the unwitting recipient, are left in utter confusion, desperately trying to make sense of a decision she never truly understood herself. It feels profoundly personal, yet it is utterly impersonal. It's primal. And she never even got a vote in the matter. You're not merely dating her, you're facing her deep, ancient past. Freud famously termed it the mother complex. He theorized that most men, unbeknownst to themselves, are subconsciously chasing the same singular thing in their adult relationships. An echo of their mother's love, or, perhaps more painfully, a reenactment of their mother's punishment. If your mother habitually ignored you when you inadvertently disappointed her, if she showered you with affection only when you flawlessly obeyed her commands, if she skillfully made you feel profoundly inadequate or guilty for daring to assert your independence, then what do you suppose happens? You were meticulously, perhaps unconsciously, trained to internalize emotional manipulation as a fundamental component of love itself. Freud sagely remarked, "To become a man, you must break the emotional bond with your mother." Yet, the heartbreaking truth is, most never achieve this severance. Consequently, they perpetually seek out women who unknowingly continue this very same emotional pattern, and then they wonder, with profound bewilderment, why it consistently hurts them so deeply. The dark desire. She hides. You meet her, and immediately she feels inherently different from the myriad others you've encountered. She's remarkably intelligent. She converses animatedly about literature, about profound philosophical thoughts, about the possibility of a genuinely deep, meaningful connection. She openly expresses her weariness with frivolous games, her yearning for something authentic. She assures you she desires honesty, unwavering loyalty, a relationship that possesses true, significant meaning. And you, with your heart fully engaged, believe her absolutely. You open yourself completely. You finally lower your guard, a protective wall that has stood for years. You think, finally, someone who truly gets it. But then, without warning, one ordinary day, she begins to pull away. Her once radiant warmth vanishes, replaced by an unsettling chill. Her voice, once melodious, flattens, devoid of emotion. Her eyes, once filled with curiosity and affection, now look past you, not at you, gazing into an unknown distance. And then the words, seemingly rehearsed, escape her lips. "It's not you, it's me." But let me reveal the hidden truth she won't dare speak. It was you. Not because you did anything objectively wrong, not because you weren't inherently good enough, but because you made one monumental, fundamental mistake. You mistakenly believed that she was in ultimate control of her desire. Freud would have undoubtedly offered a knowing, rueful smile at that realization, because he grasped a truth most men remain agonizingly unaware of. We are not, contrary to popular belief, governed solely by logic. Not men, not women, not anyone. We are inextricably ruled by something infinitely older, far more primitive, deep-seated instincts, raw emotions, and the powerful, unseen forces of the unconscious drives. A woman may consciously state she desires a kind man. She may eloquently discuss the virtues of peace, love, and unblemished honesty, but what her primal unconscious truly, hungrily craves: power, intense emotion, untamed energy, a profound sense of control. She desires to feel, viscerally, to exist in a state of heightened sensation, not merely to think, not to meticulously plan, not to languish in comforting silence and placid safety. And when you offered her unwavering peace, a sense of predictable calm, she did not, paradoxically, feel passion. Because her true magnetic desire does not emanate from her conscious mouth. It erupts from her ancient shadows, from that untamed part of her that desperately craves mystery, an exhilarating taste of danger, overwhelming strength, and yes, even pervasive chaos. So, when you became too readily available, too reassuringly steady, too utterly safe, she instinctively pulled away. Not because you made any objective misstep, but because her instincts, in their ancient tongue, whispered, "He doesn't challenge me. He doesn't awaken the hidden fire within. He offers peace. But in this peace, there feels no power, no vital energy." She had vehemently declared she hated games, but deep down, within her primal core, she unconsciously needed one to feel truly, exhilaratingly alive. The two women inside her. Freud believed something few people had the profound courage to utter, to truly articulate. He proposed that every woman, in her very essence, embodies two distinct sides. One is the carefully constructed facade she presents to the world, kind, outwardly sweet, ostensibly loving, the archetype of the good woman. She consistently smiles, plays nice by societal rules, and articulates all the seemingly correct, polite things. But deep inside her, concealed beneath layers of conscious thought, resides someone else entirely. A shadowy part she actively hides, even from herself. The primal animal, wild, emotionally raw, breathtakingly unpredictable, seeking not placid peace, but undeniable power. Not craving gentle comfort, but exhilarating chaos. That's precisely why the seemingly quiet, unassuming girl might secretly pen dark, thrilling fantasies when she's unobserved, away from the world's judging gaze. It's why the fiercely strong, independent feminist might still feel an inexplicable, magnetic pull toward the very man who treats her coldly, dispassionately, withholding the warmth she consciously seeks. It's why the loyal, gentle girlfriend secretly harbors a forbidden dream: to be utterly taken, unequivocally controlled, broken open, and utterly exposed by someone she instinctively knows she cannot trust. Someone dangerous. Is that inherently evil? No, absolutely not. It is profoundly, uncomfortably human. Because what she suppresses, what she painstakingly pushes down into the depths of her being, what she carefully conceals to maintain Her external facade of goodness does not simply die. It merely waits. It silently grows. It subtly changes form, mutating within her psyche. And one day, without warning, it inevitably rises to the surface. Not as a faint whisper, but as a compelling, inexplicable choice that she, in her conscious mind, simply cannot rationally explain. That is the raw, unvarnished truth most men painfully fail to see. She is not merely one woman. She is, in essence, two, and only one of them, the carefully constructed one, genuinely loves you. The other, the wild, untamed self, she is constantly watching, patiently waiting, observing. And she holds absolutely no regard for rules, for logic, for conventional morality. This explains why she frequently chooses the very man who consistently hurts her. You've witnessed it unfold, perhaps more than once in your own life, or among those you know. She inexplicably falls head over heels for the man who consistently cheats on her, who ruthlessly lies to her face, who vanishes without a trace, only to reappear capriciously when it serves his selfish convenience. She weeps rivers of tears over him. She bravely declares, "I deserve so much better." She promises herself, and anyone who will listen, that she is definitively done with him forever. And then, miraculously, you arrive. You embody kindness. You listen intently. You offer unwavering stability. You shower her with a real, consistent love, devoid of manipulative games. And what, ironically, does she often say? "I just don't feel the spark." You sit there, utterly baffled, reeling from confusion, wondering, how can she possibly not perceive the profound difference, the stark contrast? But here's the chilling truth. It's not truly about what is objectively good for her. It's fundamentally about what her ancient body, her deeply ingrained nervous system, has grown accustomed to. When she was entangled with the man who continually hurt her, her brain was locked into an unpredictable roller coaster of emotional highs and lows, chaotic turmoil, desperate apologies, chilling silence, fleeting attention, torrents of tears, bursts of intense passion, searing pain, and then the addictive relief, all repeating in a dizzying cycle. That profound emotional chaos, despite its agony, unleashed powerful neurochemicals in her brain. Dopamine from the tantalizing unpredictability, cortisol from the relentless stress, oxytocin from those brief, intoxicating moments of forced closeness. Her very nervous system became viscerally addicted to that turbulent cycle of intense highs and crushing lows. And you are calm, consistently reliable, utterly safe, but safety, by its very nature, doesn't trigger the release of those same thrilling, intoxicating chemicals. So, to her primal body, to her conditioned nervous system, you, despite being everything she consciously stated she desired, simply don't feel like excitement. Her conscious mind unequivocally says she yearns for peace, but her body, her raw, untamed instincts, they deeply crave the familiar chaos they instinctively know. Freud, with his unparalleled insight, grasped this fundamental truth long before modern psychology had the precise terminology to describe it. Decades before the dark triad became a recognized psychological label, he discerned the core traits women were mysteriously drawn to. Narcissism, epitomized by a man who unshakably believes in himself, regardless of external circumstances or opinions. Machiavellianism, a man who skillfully navigates life as a strategic game, expertly hiding his true intentions and calculating moves. Psychopathy, a man who remains eerily calm under immense pressure, detached from conventional emotional responses, never chasing or being swayed by them. These men, Freud realized, aren't attractive because they are inherently bad. They are compelling because, in the ancient primitive world, they were the ones who unequivocally survived. They led their tribes with authority. They won their battles. They exercised undeniable control over their environment and others. And even now, a deep, ancient part of her biology continues to perceive these very traits as indicators of raw, primal power, even if her conscious mind desperately tries not to admit it, recoiling from their darkness. So, when you present yourself with consistent, comforting peace, she may feel superficially safe, but to her ancient, hidden unconscious, safe doesn't register as love. Danger, paradoxically, often does. That is what she truly, secretly craves. She fears. There's something most people are too terrified to articulate out loud, even to themselves. Women, at their deepest, most vulnerable core, are fundamentally scared of their own desires. Not the gentle, sweet desires, not the kind dreams of soft, romantic love, but the profoundly darker, more unsettling ones. The desires that swell within her, making her feel undeniably powerful when she exerts control over you. The desires that, against her better judgment, relentlessly pull her toward the very man who consistently treats her badly, callously. The desires that compel her to irrationally reject good, stable love, solely to experience a fleeting surge of strength or to feel firmly in charge. She might offer a sweet, reassuring smile while enacting these painful choices. She might act outwardly as though she is perfectly confident, completely at peace with her decisions. But deep within, beneath layers of denial and self-deception, she silently, acutely hates herself for it. She simply does not understand why she behaves in these perplexing ways, why she habitually hurts the man who genuinely loves her, why she impulsively pushes away the very peace and stability she consciously claims to desire, and instead of undertaking the agonizing task of looking inward, of facing that profound shame, of admitting that a wild, hidden part of her secretly revels in control. She resorts to something much easier, much less painful. She blames you. She turns cold, distant, unreachable. She eudically declares, "You're too much," or "I just don't feel it anymore." Or, worst of all, she simply disappears entirely, leaving you in a vacuum of confusion. Not because she truly doesn't desire love, but because she is absolutely terrified you will truly see her. The real her. Not just the appealing, polished parts, but the messy, the profoundly confusing, the untamed, wild part she so desperately attempts to conceal, even from herself. And if, astonishingly, you still love her, after witnessing that hidden darkness, if you genuinely accept the part of her that, at times, might lie, might manipulate, or inexplicably desires the very man she publicly swears she despises, then something unbearable occurs for her. She loses her last, crucial excuse. She can no longer conveniently blame you for the unsettling way she feels, for her uncontrollable impulses. She can't utter the convenient phrases, "He didn't understand me," or "He wasn't the right one," because you did understand. You did see her in her rawest form, and you didn't flinch. And now, terrifyingly, she has no one left to blame, no convenient escape, no one to run from. And that unvarnished truth is utterly unbearable for her. So, she runs anyway, not from you, but from the terrifying truth of herself. The forbidden trick. Freud never wrote. So, what then can you do? Can a man ever truly win this hidden game? Yes, but not by conforming to the outdated advice they've repeatedly told you. Not by perpetually being the nice guy. Not by patiently waiting for her to suddenly comprehend the profound depth of your love. Freud's rumored secret letters, whispers from his profound, untapped insights, revealed three darker, unsettling truths for men. 1. Want less, get more. The more you display your desperate need for her, the less she intuitively desires you. Women, he argued, sense desperate need with the acute precision that sharks detect blood in the water. Therefore, subtly pull back before she does. Make her subtly wonder about your availability, about your intentions, and you will viscerally feel her being inexplicably pulled back toward you. 2. Don't explain. Women, ironically, verbally state they desire honesty, but it is enduring mystery, an element of the unknown that truly ignites and sustains their feelings of attraction and excitement. If you perpetually justify your actions, if you over-explain your reasoning, you diminish yourself in her eyes. Cease talking so much. Allow silence to perform its profound, often unsettling work. 3. See her darkness without fear. Every woman, beneath her curated exterior, instinctively hides a deeper, wilder part of herself. If you possess the strength to gaze upon it, to truly see it, and crucially, not to run away in fear, then you will, paradoxically, be the very first man she genuinely respects on a primal level. Smile when she tests your boundaries. Remain impossibly calm when she resorts to manipulation or deception. Laugh, softly but knowingly, when she tries to emotionally punish you. Deep down, despite herself, she wants to hate you for it. Do not allow her that release. This isn't about becoming cold or emotionally detached. It's about forging an unshakable, impregnable inner core. Freud's final, poignant message: stop trying to win her game and decisively start playing yours. If this profound, uncomfortable truth hit you hard, if it resonated deeply within your being, then type unconscious in the comments below. Because the pivotal moment you truly see through her is the exact moment you finally begin to truly see yourself. And that, my friend, is where your true power, your unshakable self-possession, truly begins.